Public affairs officers in Lagos State play great roles in advancing the affairs of their local councils. To further project and uplift the image of Lagos State, the Conference 57 of Public Affairs Officers gathered at State Civil Service Commission Training Center, Ikeja, to get updated on current trend of human capacity development. Speaking at the event, the resource personnel, Ikeja, highlighted the importance of information gathering to community development and the steps to achieving good governance in different localities.
The reason why they come in, the chairman will come in and relegate you is because he thinks you don't know your job. He thinks you are not competent. He thinks you don't know anything. But gradually when he finds out that, this party more potential, he will give you your due respect. Don't forget that the title is Information Gathering for Development by Public Affairs Officers. So therefore we need to understand what really is development. Because if we don't, we are going to get it wrong. Going by history, the concept is usually linked with capitalism. It's usually associated with industrialization and modernization of basic markets. It's closely bound with ideologies, values, actions, processes, and aims of society, organizations, and institutions. We all want to develop. Let me tell you one thing. One of the problems we have in Nigeria is our inability to look at development within everything we do. Sincerely, that's one of the problems we have. That is, within every opportunity, within verbal words, within non-verbal words, within actions and inactions, you must have broad mind. After having that broad mind, you must always look for development within every issues. You must always look for opportunities to exploit every issue for the benefit of your chairman.
Public affairs officers lauded the training with the resolve to transform their respective local councils.
The essence of the training for today is an innovation from the Conference 57 of the Public Affairs Officers of the local governments. It is just to create the awareness and to bring those that have newly employed to service as a public relation officer to make them come together, to know each other, to interact. That's the first motive behind it. Then the second motive is to know the ethics of this job as a media personality, as a media professional, then as the image maker of each local government you find yourself, to be able to enhance your work, to know what it entails to be a good public relation officer.
Acquire knowledge concerning our profession in order to be able to manage the image of the local council developments as well as Lagos State in view.
It will make us to understand the rudiment of public affairs in the local government level. Take for instance, for us to maintain mutual understanding between the local government and the general public out there is something that's very paramount to the local governments. You know, for us to be able to maintain mutual understanding between the local government and the publics.
The kind of lecturers that have come to impact today are top-notch. Lecturers like Dr. Tejumaye and Dr. Okunu, they are veterans and they have been able to re-emphasize the role of the public affairs officer in propagating the Lagos State team project at the grassroots. They have been able to equip us with modern tools and initiatives, tactics that are useful for effective information engineering, for community development.
Whatever we have learned, we should go and put it into use in our various local governments so that we can impart positively on the community people we actually want to, or we are working for.
Obviously, it will enhance our knowledge and our chairmen and all the communities for them to know that we are on top of our jobs.
It's like a reawakening process for all career officers in the civil service, particularly the public affairs cadre. It is meant to give us a better insight, a vision for what is in today's public affairs and image management. The take-home message today is for enhancements career-wise, for improvement in public service and delivering service at the same time.
In an interview, the Director of Training, Local Government Establishment Training and Pension Office, Omotayo Gbajabiamila, applauded the impact of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu towards capacity development, noting that the training is a step in the right direction.
The mark of this present administration is capacity building. We must first of all thank the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for making it possible for us to explore all the advantages of training. He has made this possible. He has given us approval because that is part of what he believes in, being a trainer before himself. So the only reason we do this is to keep training and to keep telling them the best practices globally so that we can be updated with the new trend in the environment.
The take-home from here is that public affairs officers in Lagos State will continue to build positive relationships with stakeholders, media, and the public.
My advice is that they should settle down to their professional job. Like we advise them, they are professional, they are not political officers. They should see their job thoroughly as a professional one that requires utmost commitment and attention. And at the same time, they need to do their job very well in terms of providing link between the people and the government. And when they do that, the government and their employer will find them relevant and consult them whenever they take decisions that affect the people.
I so much, love the way the way it flowed. You understand? The first speaker, Dr. Okunu, talked about trying to remember in a bit. My own paper is on information gathering, and it dovetailed into what Dr. Okunu presented. So I think it's a well-planned and a well-planned workshop, and it's going to make a great impact on the public affairs officers at the local level, especially as far as making them to be conscious of their responsibilities vis-a-vis press secretary at the local level.